Let me say something that might sound a little crazy at first. If you love staying at home, if you cancel plans and don't feel guilty about it, if you'd much rather be alone than surrounded by noise, you're not broken, you're not lazy, and you are definitely not missing out on life. In fact, some of the most powerful people in history were just like you. And today, I want to tell you why, using psychology, real-life examples, and a true story that changed the world, all while the guy was literally stuck at home. So please don't scroll. This video might explain you better than anyone ever has. Most people think that staying home means you're hiding from the world, but psychology tells us something very different. For certain people, home isn't an escape from life. It's where life finally slows down enough to make sense. Think about it. When you're outside, you're performing. You're adjusting to others. You're constantly reacting to everything around you. But at home, you don't have to be on. There are no fake smiles, no overwhelming noise, no pressure to explain yourself to anyone. Your nervous system finally gets a chance to relax. That's why people who love their homes often say things like, "I feel like myself again when I'm alone." That's not a sign of weakness. That's self-regulation. You are actively choosing peace over chaos. And here's the part that most people miss. When your mind is calm, it becomes incredibly powerful. Let's clear up a common misconception. Introversion does not mean you hate people, you can't socialize, or that you're awkward. Introversion means this one simple thing. Social interaction costs you energy. That's it. Some people charge their battery by being around others. Other people, like you perhaps, charge their battery by being alone. Home lovers aren't antisocial, they're energy aware. They know that if they give too much of their energy to the outside world, they'll have nothing left for themselves. So they pull back. They protect their mental space. And what happens in that space? That's where the magic happens. That's where real thinking occurs. That's where incredible ideas are formed. That's where a long-term vision for your life is born. The loud, fast-paced world might reward the fast talkers, but history always rewards the deep thinkers. Let me tell you a real story to prove this. Back in 1665, a deadly plague swept through England. Universities shut down. Entire cities were locked up. Everyone was panicking. A quiet, introverted student named Isaac Newton was forced to leave Cambridge and go back to his family home. He had no lab, no professors, no classroom. All he had was silence, isolation, and time. And in that time, he didn't scroll through distractions. He didn't complain about his situation. He thought. While he was stuck at home, Newton developed calculus, discovered the laws of motion, and formed the theory of universal gravity. Just let that sink in for a moment. The very foundations of modern science were created by a man, alone, in his house, during a period of forced isolation. Historians call this time Newton's annus mirabilis, his miracle year. While the world was falling apart outside, inside his quiet space, the future was being built. That is the true power of solitude. Here's another psychological truth for you. People who love staying home often crave control. Not over other people, but over their environment. At home, you control the noise level, the lighting, the pace of your day, the energy in the room. This control instantly reduces your stress. Your brain isn't constantly scanning for threats or new information. Your senses aren't completely overloaded. That's why home lovers often think more clearly. It's why they can plan better and notice the small details that others miss. They simply aren't distracted by chaos. And in a world that is addicted to constant stimulation, having that kind of clarity becomes a superpower. Here's something that society doesn't like to tell you. Some people don't need constant excitement because their inner world is already rich and full. They read. They reflect on their experiences. They imagine new possibilities. They build entire worlds inside their minds. While some people are out chasing noise and fleeting moments, home lovers are building depth. And in the long run, depth always wins. Every single breakthrough, every masterpiece, every brilliant strategic move came from someone who spent time alone, thinking deeply. Silence isn't empty space, it's fertile ground. Let's be honest for a second. Our society praises being busy, being loud, always being outside, and constantly networking. So, if you're someone who prefers to stay home, people might assume you're wasting your life. But here's the real truth. Not everyone is meant to live their life loudly. Some people are meant to live intentionally. The real danger isn't staying home. The real danger is staying distracted. If you're at home just numbing your mind with endless content, then yeah, that's a problem. But if you're at home and you're growing, that's power. Now, I want to be real with you. Solitude is a powerful tool, but isolation without a purpose can easily turn into fear and avoidance. The goal isn't to hide from the world forever. The goal is to use that time at home to recharge, to reflect, and to return to the world stronger and more focused. Think of your home like a blacksmith's forge. You go in as raw material, and you come out sharpened and ready. You don't owe the world constant access to you. You owe yourself the clarity and peace that you need to thrive. So, if you love staying at home, here's what I want you to remember. You are not behind in life. You are not weak, and you are not missing out. You are preparing. While others are burning themselves out, you are building sustainable energy. While others are chasing noise, you are mastering the art of focus. And one day, when the world looks at you and asks, "How did you get so far ahead?" you'll know the truth. It all started in the silence. It started at home. It started when no one was watching. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.